Hey YouTube, I'm here this time with my candle and wax empties for the month of April 2020. I don't have a whole lot going on in terms of chit chat, so I'm going to jump right in and get started. So the very first thing, and I'll start with my Bath & Body Works candles, the very first thing I used up in the month is a 3-wick from White Barn in Island Papaya. The key notes are tropical coconut, fresh papaya, sugar cane. And it is the same fragrance that we had last spring into summer, I guess. It's a great, really like lush tropical fruit scent. I think it's a little bit heavy, but because I've had such an experience with Bath & Body Works where, you know, the fragrances get light really quickly, it actually turned out to be okay. So did it last long enough for it to be worth it to repurchase at least this year? Not really, but I was okay with it. So yeah, it lasted me maybe like 3 days, I don't know, something like that. And I bought that at Candle Day, so I paid, I don't know, like $9.50 and then plus a coupon for it, but still, like, it's okay for what I paid, but if I didn't get a good sale on it, then no, it would not be worth it for me. The next one that I purchased and used up is Flower Shop. So the keynotes on this one are Sweet Lilac, Pink Freesia, and Hyacinth. This is another one that I purchased for not the first time last year, but the first time under this name. So this has come out before in, if you remember, if you've been here long enough, with the Amsterdam Pink Tulips. I don't know if that was the first iteration it came out in, but I had that like back in the day and really loved it. I'm a floral fan. Flower Shop though is very green. Like you gotta be down with like the stem scent to enjoy Flower Shop. I like it, so I would repurchase it as long as Bath & Body Works improves their quality over time, or at least like by next year. So, you know, like I said, it's very green. It smells like the stems. It smells like an actual florist shop. Like if you walk in and it's pretty cool and it just, yeah, smells like an actual stem, then yeah, that's kind of what I get from this. So if you don't like that, if you don't like florals, I would not recommend it, but I really enjoy it. So if you like fresh cut roses or whatever it's called from Yankee, or if you did back in the day, I kind of get that vibe with this. The next one that I used up is also a White Barn candle, but this is from the Candle Day kind of collection where they kind of quickly release a number of candles in some kind of like basic packaging like this. This is Mahogany Coconut. The key notes are creamy coconut, mahogany woods, English lavender. I don't know that I necessarily get a lavender, but yeah, it just smells like mahogany, teak wood, and coconut. So yeah, I like it. It's not my favorite candle ever, so I typically wouldn't buy more than 2 in a year, but I actually really enjoyed this. You know, I've been ragging a lot on my candles from the winter time, but this one actually lasted longer than my other ones, which I don't know, I don't really get that, but whatever, it did. So this lasted me about 4 or 5 days, and I think that's okay. You know, if I pay $9.50 for a candle, I think that lasting 4 or 5 days is all right. It's not amazing, but I can live with that. So yeah, it's a good candle. Like I said, I really only want that fragrance maybe once or twice a year and then I'm kind of done, but I would purchase it again and I was happy with that candle. The last Bath & Body Works candle that I used up in the month of April is also from White Barn. This came out with the Candle Day collections, and this is Ballerina Rose. The keynotes are Ballerina Rose petals, soft peony blossoms, and summer greenery. And I really enjoy this. This is, I think, definitively a rose fragrance, but just like Flower Shop, it's very green. You have to be okay with a rose fragrance that's kind of in your face. It's very green, it smells like a stem. That's what this is to me. So this did not last me very long. Again, I paid $9.50 for it. I didn't love it, but it did last long enough where I decided to just kind of like let it run its course and not pull it and then save it to exchanges. So yeah, I let this go, and the fragrance itself I really enjoy. I just hope that the quality improves. So those were my Bath & Body Works candles. I also used up a Yankee Candle. I used up my Yankee Candle in Summer Scoop. Summer Scoop is one of my favorite fragrances ever from Yankee, so whenever I see it at an SAS, I go crazy for it. I love it. So I can't really describe it or describe how this happens in wax, but it smells like ice cream. It has like a creamy fragrance. It has something kind of icy about it, and I feel like I can get that kind of like strawberry chunk smell. It just smells to me like straight up strawberry ice cream, and I love it. I think it is a fantastic fragrance. I don't buy Yankee more often because even though I feel like Yankee has really amazing fragrances on cold, the performance for them usually just isn't there for me. This, however, was pretty good. This candle lasted me maybe about 5 days or so, and for what I paid for this, maybe about, I don't know, 13 bucks, I don't know. You know, I'm okay with that, so I would repurchase this again, and I hope that in the future my summer scoops perform pretty well. Okay, so that is it for my candles. Speaking of Yankee, I also have a couple other items from Yankee. And what I have next is 2 tarts. These are in Cafe Alfresco, another one of my favorite fragrances from Yankee. This smells like a very sugary, very creamy, almost like caramel coffee scent. I think it smells really good. If you're a coffee person, no, this is not like espresso bar from Bath and Body Works. It's not that heavy, it's not that dark. There's definitely like a sugar kind of vibe going on here, but it is a great fragrance. I would recommend it. Again, especially if you do like coffee. I also used up one of my scent plug refills. So it has a lilac tag on it because right now I'm using up a lilac scent plug, but this is the Sorrento lemon? Is that what it's called? Sorrento lemon? Anyway, yeah, so I used up in April a scent plug in Sorrento lemon, again from Yankee. I was actually really disappointed in this. I purchased it because I felt like it'd be a good like clean fragrance, especially to have in the springtime when I've been kind of cleaning and just hanging out at home. But actually this was really weak. You know, even for a Yankee product, that was pretty weak and I was not satisfied with it. So I'm still kind of on the fence about whether I'd repurchase scent plugs and those refills again, just in general, but definitely I would not pick up that lemon. It just didn't do anything for me. All right, so the last thing I have here is Walmart wax. I used up one Sensationals clamshell, and these are all clamshells, by the way. I used up one Sensationals clamshell in Peach Papaya. So I was very on the fence about buying this when I first smelled it because I was afraid that it would be one of those scents that kind of like gets in your mouth a little bit, if you know what I mean. Like it kind of bothers your throat. Some scents do that to me, and I was afraid this would be one of them. However, I had the opposite problem. Like it smelled good on cold, but I had the opposite problem. I felt like it got lost even in my bathrooms, which, you know, they're a good size for a bathroom in an apartment, but they're not enormous, you know? So this is not like a master bath in like a huge home we're talking about. So yeah, it just totally got lost. And once it was warming, I felt like I just got nothing from it. So very surprising, but yeah, even though it smelled good to me on cold, I would not purchase this again. So I don't know, maybe if you have a space that's better for warmers, then like maybe try this out and see how you go, but I personally would not purchase it again. The other 4 items I have are from Better Homes and Gardens, and again, they're all clamshells. The first one I have is Wild Berry Cheesecake. Definitely a staple, definitely something I would repurchase over and over again, and oftentimes I do get the value pack in this too. So to me, it smells like a mixed dark berry with I guess kind of like a creaminess or a milkiness that you get from the cheesecake. And yeah, it's really nice. So I don't melt wax in my classroom at this point. Well, like I definitely don't because I haven't been in my classroom for 2 months. But yeah, like I used to melt this in my classroom a lot and my kids loved it. It's a very nice kid-friendly scent. If you like dark berries, this is good. If you like that kind of cheesecake smell, this is good. But if you don't like cheesecake, I probably wouldn't recommend it. The next one that I used up is new for this year. It is, again, from Better Homes and Gardens. This is the Island Coconut Creamsicle. Creamsicle. This gave me coconut leaves vibes. So if you like coconut leaves from Bath and Body Works, I would recommend this. Coconut leaves to me smells like coconut milk. It's not like other coconuts, at least I don't think so, that Bath and Body Works does. And yeah, this just reminded me of it. So if you like coconut leaves, check this out whenever you go to Walmart next, just whenever that's gonna be. Yeah, I definitely got that sense from it the entire time. This smells like something that I think Sensationals has put out before, but I can't put my finger on it. It's something I had a couple years ago, and I think it smells pretty much the same. But yeah, check this one out, especially if you like coconut leaves, and maybe you can make a connection to it. The next one that I used up, speaking of things I've used before, is Island Coconut Lime. So definitely not necessarily coconut lime verbena, and you guys know that I love that. But yeah, to me, there's a little bit more lime here. It's pretty similar, I think, to Coconut Lime Breeze from Bath & Body Works. So yeah, I like it. I have a couple more of these, and I continue to use these. They're fun, and I like it. And it's a pretty green color too, when there's still wax in there. The very last one that I used up for the month of April is kind of like my favorite ever in terms of Walmart wax. This is the Sweet Watermelon Buttercream. When I purchased this back in March maybe, I purchased about 6 or 7 of these. So you're gonna see these from me for quite a while. So Sweet Watermelon Buttercream. Love that picture, by the way, it's very cute. This, like, I don't really get a buttercream or a cupcake unless I kind of sit there and think about it, and then maybe I get a little bit of a vanilla, but I actually think of like watermelon Kool-Aid. It's kind of the vibe I get from this. Very sweet, it's pretty tart, it's sugary and fun and bright, and I love it. It is fantastic. I would recommend this absolutely if you like fruity, sweet, bright fragrances. So that is it for the month of April 2020. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget, as always, to please like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at YellowBrickExpat, same way it's spelled here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.